Hi, everyone, and welcome to Zonked Talk, a podcast about gaming, movies, and more. This time with cams. Now, here's your host, Jacob and Will.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is our first live recorded podcast.
What's
So
up?
we actually have
Yeah.
faces now. There's faces to the voices.
Yeah. So now it's not just a picture at the beginning. You get to see the ugly mugs behind the voices.
Oh, yeah, face for radio. But I will still put the subtitles up, though, because I am sensitive to hearing implied. Or impaired. Implied hearing implied.
And I just like to... I hear better when I can read it. I feel like that makes no sense, but it does. In my head, it makes sense. If I can see it, I can hear it better.
I'm so used to seeing subtitles on TV because Sarah can't hear anything, so I'm used to it, too.
Let's get into this first podcast. This is our... or not even first, our first video podcast.
Live action.
Yeah.
Coming at
Get
you
to
live.
see what it's like.
Action. Not really live. Live, pre-recorded.
Live, pre-recorded from our basements.
Neither of us are in a basement.
That's why I started laughing so hard.
I'm in an attic.
Yeah, I don't have a basement or an attic. But our first topic today, we're gonna talk about the killer clowns from outer space. We're actually, our main topic is the game that they actually said was started to be pre-released or available for pre-order 5 days ago, February. Have you ever seen the movie, Will? Because I've not seen the movie, so really all I know about it is what the pre-order is. I watched the game trailer for it, and then I know who the movie's directed by. That's it. That's all I know about the movie.
You watched the gameplay footage for it, though?
I did. Well, not gameplay. I watched the game trailer.
Oh, what'd you think of it, though?
It kind of looks like the Friday the 13th game.
It's made by the
Kinda,
same people.
It seems like that, but it also kind of feels like it's going to be like a Call of Duty zombie style on steroids.
That sounds cool.
On steroids. Like, that's what I got out of the video, but it definitely looks like an indie game. It's 100% an indie game. It's not like any major developers.
Yeah, it's the fact that it's going to be like a really low budget indie game. It just totally reflects the fact that it's a low budget indie movie. I'm surprised you've never seen it. I mean, I'm a real horror fan. I've seen the majority of them. It's kind of on that.
Released in '88.
I was born in the 90s.
No, I understand that, but that's still 12 years before I was born.
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't really matter that much. It's one of those like. It's
No,
such a
but
cultural
I mean,
movie that if you're a horror fan, people are gonna be like, dude, you gotta go see Killer Clowns from Outer Space at least once.
But look at our family. Who's the only one in our family that's that like that with the horror movies? You.
Is it? I don't know. I used to watch horror movies with my mom all the time.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody else is really like that. Like, I mean, my dad liked it, like, and I mean, he liked like slasher, like. What's that movie? Is it called Psycho? It's where the guy comes through the door and his face is like this through the door.
That's The
I don't know what
Shining.
it's called.
Oh my god, you're
movie.
killing my inner horror fan. You don't know who that is, right? Jack Torrance, The Shining. I actually have the pops for the Craigie twins.
Yeah. I would say I've never seen that one.
You've never seen The Shining? You're hurting my soul.
I've seen. Listen, if I'm gonna be honest, I've stuck to like. I want to say classic, but not classic. Like Jason, Freddy, Scream, Michael Myers. I've seen Jeepers Creepers, but like The Shining. There's another one I'll get into a little bit later. Killer Clowns. Like I've never seen those.
That hurts deep down. Because then first you have to see all of the like most mainstream popular ones that everybody say you gotta see, and then you can start digging deeper down into those weird fucking B movies that are like, why? Like, what person on drugs thought that this would be a good movie? You know what I mean? Like, have you ever heard of the movie Rubber?
Nope. Send me that list.
Oh,
Send me
dude.
a list.
Rubber.
Send me a list to watch, and I will check them off, and we will talk about them as I watch them.
Or The Killer Condom.
Like I said, send me a list. We'll talk about it.
There's also The Killer Sofa or The Bed That Eats People. See, I'm telling you. I think it's so many. I love fucking dumb B movies, dude. And Sharknado, everybody loves Sharknado because it's like their first like touch into B horror corny movies.
Okay.
But I really don't care that much for Sharknado.
So, I have seen that one.
Nice.
I've seen Sharknado. Now let's circle back to the Killer Clowns. You want to tell me a little bit about like the movie before I watch it, or you're gonna make me watch it and figure it out?
Oh, I could give you the basic storyline. It's pretty simple actually. It's like
I mean, it's alien clowns. I know that.
It's one of those movies where it's like kind of so corny that there's kind of loose ends. They don't really explain a whole lot like why they're even there or anything. So an asteroid comes to Earth and then they go investigate it fucking Scooby-Doo style. And it turns out it's a circus tent that is a spaceship, and this poor old farmer loses his dog to it and shit. Two like teenagers go in to check it out, and it turns out that they're like monster alien clown things, obviously the killer clowns. And then they end up making it into the town and wreaking havoc and shit. And their whole plan is they want to cocoon people in cotton candy so they can eat them.
In cotton candy?
They put them in cotton candy cocoons, and then they like take them back to their lair and they hang them up and then they drink them with bendy straws. And that's like the whole movie in a nutshell real fast. That's the 10-second version of the movie.
I definitely think I need to watch the movie.
There's a lot of like slapstick comedy in it and stuff. It's corny but funny. Kind of like Mars Attacks. About the same level of corny as like Mars Attacks.
Never seen it. I've never even heard of it.
You've never even heard of Mars Attacks?
Never even heard of it. Not at all.
We're gonna keep doing these podcasts. You're gonna have to buff up on some films. I'm gonna give you like 3 movies to watch every week.
No, that's what I'm saying. Send me a list of films and I'll mark them off, or I'll watch them. And send me films, games, all that stuff, and we could talk about them as I check them off. Like I said, I know I said in the first episode that I was going to download the finals and play that by the second episode. I just downloaded it last night. I haven't played it yet, but I did download it. I got downloaded. I've been very, 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 very busy, though. I really haven't had much time for anything. But as far as games, because I'm pretty sure unless there's anything else you want to throw in about Killer Clowns,
I'm really looking forward for that game. Like, that game is going to be...
After watching the trailer, and I do want to watch the movie, I definitely want to play the game.
I want somebody to play with, too, so we can test on
of course.
For sure.
Of course. Well, I was also looking into other games that are going to be released soon, and I guess South Park is going to be releasing a game.
I saw clips of it.
It kind of looks I forget, apparently I didn't put the entire title, so you're gonna have to look up the South Park game. I can tell you. Yeah, that's what it is. It's South Park Snow Day. It's supposed to be released on March 26th. You can actually pre-order it on the Switch now, though.
That's cool. I don't have Switch,
yeah,
unfortunately.
It's only gonna be new gen. It's gonna be the PC, P5, Xbox Series, only the series, not the older gens, and then the Switch. And basically what it looks like is it's a co-op action, like player versus environment game.
Did you play the old South Park game?
I've played a little bit of Sticks of Truth, but I never played all of it, or Stick of Truth, whatever.
We're talking
I played
did you know that they released games on like the PlayStation 1 and like the N64 and shit way back in the day?
So I knew they did, but I've never actually played them, though.
You remember that modded arcade cabinet that I have?
Mm-hmm.
I put a couple of them on there. It was pretty cool. And there was also, a long time ago, interesting story in the gaming world, is a long time ago somebody bought a original Xbox dev kit. You know what a dev kit is?
No.
It's a custom console made specifically for developers so that they can make games for that console. After so long, sometimes like companies go under and stuff, and these dev kits kind of end up out in the wild, and you can pick them up and mod with them. That's how modders do a lot of stuff for the first time and figure stuff out.
Yeah.
Some dude bought a dev kit of original Xbox, and it had a whole bunch, like I think it was a whole game of an unreleased copy of a South Park game that was never released to the public. The old South Park games, actually the new one is supposed to be Snow Day or something like that. I believe the old one was like a snowball fight. There's an old racing game too. There was a kart style one.
But yeah, that's really all I have on that game. I definitely, I like I said, I was looking through games and that looked like a game that I'd like to play. That's why I figured I'd mention it too, because again, games to play with people. So
yeah.
You want to move into movies?
Yes. Again.
You were.
I just recently watched Saw 10.
How was that?
It's
If that's
actually really
directed, That's directed by somebody named Kevin. I'm not even going to try to say his last name because I don't know how to say that. And I do not want to butcher it. But it's got Tobin Bell. I might have butchered that. Shawnee Smith. And I'm not going to butcher that one either.
Hacking them names up.
What?
I said just hack the names up. Go for it.
I did some research on that myself. I mean, it's a newer movie. It was released on September 29th of 2023. It actually has grossed so far $53,600,898.
No.
But out of all of the Saw movies released to date, right now it's ranked 6th. Saw 2 is actually ranked number 1. Still to this day, which was released in 2005. 10/28 of 2005 was Saw 2. And that's ranked 1 according to the Box Mojo, or the Box Office Mojo.
Yeah. I can tell you my favorite ones right off the bat are the first 3. 1, 2, and 3, like in order. Bam, bam, bam.
Then I have something else for you that actually you might be interested in, but I want to hear what you have to say about the movie first.
It's all 10.
How you felt about it. Yes, because I've never actually watched any of them.
I know, and it makes it a little hard to explain.
Not a single one.
Okay, so like,
well, okay, I get the concept. Kind of. Like, there's a psycho killer. He traps people, and basically you have to, either I'm gonna kill myself or I'm gonna kill you
his name is John
to survive.
Check it out. The guy finds out that he has cancer. I'm gonna really run down just the whole series in 2 seconds. Guy finds out he has cancer. He only has a short time to live. He sees other people that see that they're not like, you know, they take their lives for granted. So he takes these people and he puts them in these like death traps, and he's like, all right, now you're not gonna take your life for granted anymore because you survived a fucking death trap. Or they really did him wrong, or just live a really fucked up life. So they're like, all right, well, we're gonna use you. But I like the movies because most of the time he's morally correct and he tries to use like criminals and stuff. But every now and again, there's people in there that are like, why did you do that to this person?
Why did you do that?
But the thing is, this latest one was good because John Kramer was in it, and it doesn't like you can watch the 10th one without watching any of the other ones, and it's still a good movie. You know what I mean? Because John Kramer dies in like the 5th movie, and then there's like 10 of them. So that means that straight up like 4 or 5 of the movies, he's not even alive anymore, and they're just beating a dead horse. You know what I'm saying?
Are you sure he's dead?
Oh yeah. He has a very gruesome on-screen death. He is fucking dead. And the way the rest of the movies keep going is he had like apprentices and people that worked with him that took up his work and kept running with him.
Like predecessors, I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. This one is like a flashback to when he's still alive. And it's all him just, you know, peak Kramer fucking murdering people. It's great. And Spirals, the latest one before 10, was garbage. So the series really needed a comeback.
Well, if you thought that was great, you'll be happy to hear that they've actually already said that they are releasing a sequel of Saw 10 of Saw 11. It's scheduled to release in roughly 7 months, actually, September 27th this year.
Seriously,
and it's roughly a year after it takes place roughly a year after the 10th movie.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not going to give away any stuff, but the way it ended was like, I like the movie all the way through, but the way it ended, I was kind of like,
okay, so I watched a trailer for it, and I mean, again, I've never really watched any of them. Like, I kind of started to watch one of them. I think it was the first one last night.
The first one,
but I fell asleep. It was a blonde dude and a chick, and then like I think it switched to like 6 different people. If I'm being honest, like I said, I don't know.
I don't think that was the first one. That sounds like the second one. Were they in a house? It might have been the second. It was like a white room. Well, okay. Were they in a bathroom changed to walls?
Oh,
okay, but it wasn't the first one. Because in the first one, most of the movie takes place with this doctor and this dude chained up in a disgusting bathroom.
It was definitely a doctor. It was a blonde doctor.
Oh, okay. And
yeah. It was like 45 minutes in. I don't remember. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to do research for what we're talking about right now, if I'm being honest.
Like, I can't watch a whole movie series.
Yeah, but I do plan on watching it.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and check out our Spotify for a longer version of the show. And don't forget to like and subscribe in all platforms. Deuces Zonkers.